Alrighty then. Hello everyone, my name's Caden and welcome back to more Steins Linear Bounded Phenogram. Last time we completed the Moeka story, which was absolutely fantastic. My goodness. I loved it. Every single chapter has been amazing so far, man. My goodness. But with Moeka done, we have 2 more remaining, or I think 3 more, considering there's probably at least 1 more after these 2. But it probably wants us to complete every other chapter first before we can get to that. And as I mentioned before, I want to save Mayuri for last, because I feel like that's only fitting at this point. Meaning, for today, we will be doing Lukako's chapter, Hermaphroditus in the Labyrinth. Shall we begin? Here we go. Hermaphroditus in the Labyrinth. And this is still in the Alpha World line as well. We're off to an exceedingly upsetting start. We are off to an exceedingly upsetting start. Are you kidding me? It hasn't even been 2 minutes into the stream. Mari-chan is dead. Everything happened so suddenly. She was totally fine the day before. Her smile was as energetic as always, making everyone around her feel worry-free. Mari-chan is my friend. No, my best friend. Or at least, that's what I chose to believe. Mari-chan was the first person to talk to me when I had just entered high school. When I didn't know anyone. You should have more confidence in yourself, Luka-chan. She always tried to cheer me up. To be honest, none of this felt real. Not until the day before yesterday, when I saw Mayuri-chan at the funeral. It was like she was sleeping inside of her coffin. The usual smile on her face. I felt like she could wake up at any moment, warmly laugh and say good morning. But no matter how long I waited, Mayuri-chan didn't move. Her eyes remained closed. She didn't move an inch. Her skin was cold to the touch. She was so stiff. That's when I finally realized. Mari-chan is dead. She'll never get to smile again. Or look at me with those bright eyes. Or talk to me in her gentle, girly voice. Never again. Where do people go when they die? I asked my dad something like this when I was a kid. Well, you see, people become gods when they die. That's what he taught me. But the reality is that people are burned to ash when they die. Mayuri-chan had become ash. She had become smoke, rising up into the sky. That was supposed to be a sad thing. But then why is the sky so clear and blue? I look up with my dry eyes, now incapable of producing tears as my mind races. I place my hand gently on my chest. Small and inconspicuous, but a soft swell. Proof that I am a girl. I see, so this is during the time, like, okay. A girl. I say it out loud. Yes, I am a girl. I talk like a guy, but I'm a girl. There's no mistaking it. For a long, long time, I've had the same dream over and over again. I'm not sure when it started. I think it started when I was just a child, so I must have been having this dream for quite some time. It's a very strange dream. One in which I live as a boy. Everything about how I look is the same. My personality is the same, and I'm as unconfident and introverted as ever. The only thing different about me is my sex. Everybody around me treats me like a boy. And I guess that makes sense. In my dream, I am a boy. Of course they treat me that way. My mom, my sister, and my friends. Even the person most special to me. And for some reason, the me in that dream feels that being a boy is a sad thing. the me in that dream wishes they were a girl. Whenever I wake up from that dream, I always check my body. And then I feel a relief wash over me. This has been happening ever since I was a child. Back then, I thought everyone was having similar kinds of dreams. But I was wrong. I asked my sister and my friends, but nobody had the same experience I did. Even my Eri-chan said she never had a dream like that before. So one day, I decided to do some research on it. According to the books, a dream where your sex changes signifies a change in the nature of your relationships with the people around you. Looking back on things, I can't see where or when that change could have happened, if at all. And if that was the case, why would I keep seeing the same dream over and over? I've always wondered about this. Why am I the only one with these bizarre dreams? But then one day, the answer found me. You were actually a boy. The words of the person most special to me. The words of Okabe Rentaro-san. Okabe-san had told me that originally I was actually a boy, but later turned into a girl. His words pierced my chest like a sharp knife. I was so stunned. I couldn't believe someone so important to me could say something as awful as that. Was that how Okabe-san had always looked at me? I can't believe he's pretending to be a girl when he's actually a boy. I don't know if such a thing is even possible. But I remember being immensely sad but that he felt that way about me. I loved him for so long. Ever since the day I first met him. Just looking at Okabe-san's face filled me with joy.
Yo, Lukako.
Just hearing him call out my name was enough to put a smile on my face. And then one day when I have the courage, when I become much stronger, then will my feelings finally reach him? I'd always felt that way. But to find out that Okabe-san had thought of me as a boy, just thinking about it filled me with a deep sadness. A deep sadness. It was so painful that I couldn't help but cry. But somewhere in my heart I was satisfied. Yeah, I knew it. The discomfort I've had forever. That weird reoccurring dream. Just feeling that I'm not who I'm supposed to be. I felt like Okabe-san's words had finally cleared the doubt in my mind. I really was a boy. Triggered by Okabe-san's words, memories of my time as a boy began to surface. Well, that's not quite right, actually. According to Okabe-san, it was a world line in which I was a boy. Even now, the whole thing is too difficult for me to really understand, but nonetheless, the fact remains that I was a boy at some point. Okabe-san told me that he wanted me to go back to being a boy. According to him, something called the phone wave named such change is what turned me into a girl. He and the others had made it. He said that by sending messages into the past using this machine, a person can change history. Apparently, I, as a boy, had told him that I wanted to be a girl. I wanted to be a girl. Which means that I hated life as a guy. I'd always wanted to be a girl. Then what about the me of now? I gave it some thought. And my conclusion was clear as day. I still don't want to be a boy. I want to stay like I am. But... please, Lukako. If you don't... His next words were beyond my comprehension. If you don't... Mayuri... Mayuri's going to die. Mayuri-chan is my best friend. But she's also Okabe-san's childhood friend. Mayuri-chan... dying. It all seemed like a bad joke. But even I knew that Okabe-san wasn't the sort of person to goof around like this. He can say and do weird things at times, but when the going gets tough, he has always been serious. I wouldn't have fallen in love with him if he wasn't. Okabe-san, that my becoming a girl had altered the world line, resulting in Mayuri-chan's eventual death. So in order to prevent that from happening, I'd have to go back to being a boy. Of course, I couldn't just accept that. I even considered that maybe Okabe-san had always hated me, which is why he was saying these awful things. But 5 days later in the evening, Mayuri-chan had died. According to Shia-san, who was with her at the time, Mayuri-chan was acting perfectly normal before everything went south.
I see. I think I see what's going on here. I think this actually might be the Lukaku ending from the first game. Is this the one where Mayuri dies of a heart attack or something, where her heart just stops? Because this is what it's sounding like.
Then all of a sudden she collapsed in pain and then eventually stopped moving altogether. She really had died. If what Okabe said was true, it was all my fault. Mayuri-chan died because I'm a girl. Because I'm a girl. Because I wish to be a girl, Mayuri-chan died. This body is what killed her. And yet I'm still in this body. Why am I still like this? Why am I still a girl? Even now, I want to stay as is. Is that how I really feel? I don't know anymore. I don't understand my own feelings. But if I really do believe that, I'm the worst. Oh. Looking at my body had become unbearable, so I turned away only to see a certain object. A toy katana. Samidare. Okabe-san had given this precious gift to me, the timid girl who could barely ever speak her mind. He told me that by practicing swings with this, I'd be able to become strong. Strong. It's 11, 12, 13. I swing Samidare with all my might. Swinging this thing can get rid of my doubt. Can get rid of my need to think. My mind and heart can't help but feel this way. Swinging the sword hundreds of times means getting rid of these feelings. But... 21... 22... I've never been particularly strong. I don't have physical or mental strength. No guts, no decisiveness. No matter how much I try to act like I care for my friends, at the end of the day, I'm only looking out for myself. To prove that, I can't even do 30 swings. I'm just a weakling. And being a weakling is a bad thing. Yeah. A bad thing. To me, the world is made up of good things and bad things. I'm not the one who gets to decide which one is which. So who does? Someone other than me. If you're a boy, being girly is a bad thing. If you're a girl, being girly is a good thing, of course. As a boy, being reliable and self-confident is good. As a girl, being gentle and delicate and kind is a good. That's why my appearance as a boy anyway was bad. I needed to be a girl. Unfortunately, being a weakling is a bad thing for both girls and boys. That's what society thinks anyway. And if society thinks that way, then that's all there is to it. Regardless of what I am, I'm left a weakling. No matter what. My existence is still bad. Nothing changes. Mayuri-chan. All I can do is hug my knees and cry. Because if I keep crying, someone will come to help me. A friend will come by and ask if I'm alright. Because of me, that friend is... She's... Mayuri-chan.
Lukaku.
A small voice calls out to me. Just loud enough to be audible over the sound of the gravel moving. I look up. I look and find him standing there. The person most special to me. Okabe-san. And when I say his name aloud, the tears start coming. I try my best to hold them back. Yesterday, I went to Mayuri-chan's funeral. Everyone cried. I didn't know Mayuri-chan was loved by so many people. Of course, I loved Mayuri-chan too. I'm not really good with people, but she was always so nice to me. She was my best friend. It's true. I loved Mayuri-chan. She was my best friend. But... Why, Okabe-san? Why are we still alive? Okabe-san doesn't respond to my words. A pained expression on his face. He looks like he's in so much pain. Of course he is. As her childhood friend, Okabe-san was closer to Mayuri-chan than I ever was. She was so important to him. How can I say something like this to him? I'm about to do another bad thing. But I just can't help myself. Mayuri-chan's dead. But I'm still a girl. Okabe-san said that this is what I had wished for. This isn't the world I wanted. It just feels wrong for me to keep living like this. A world in which I become a girl, all at the expense of Mayuri-chan's life. I never asked for this world.
It's not wrong.
Okabe-san says to me, but even then I know it's a bad thing. So is there a way to save Mayuri-chan? I ask him. His response is plain and simple.
No.
It can't be. I unconsciously raise my voice. I can't just let things stay the way they are. I can't let the bad things stay bad. Let's keep thinking. I'll do anything to save Mayuri-chan. I heard from Mayuri-chan before that you made a device for traveling back in time. If we use that... Okabe-san had been conducting some kind of super complicated research with Makise-san and Hashida-san. Apparently not only had they made a machine to send emails into the past, they had also made a time machine. Traveling back in time. It all seems like some kind of dream. It's hard to believe. But if anyone could do it, it'd be Okabe-san. That's what I firmly believe. No, not just him. The reason he was probably able to make these incredible inventions is because he had Hashida-san, Makise-san, and Mayuri-chan on his side. Honestly, I'd always wanted to be a part of their group. I was never good enough. But like Hashida-san and Makise-san, there's nothing I can do. Even though I get that time traveling is amazing, I don't exactly understand exactly how or why it is. I don't know anything about computers. I don't understand complex topics. I can never ask them to let me be part of their group. It was impossible.
We can't.
Okabe-san shakes his head, his expression filled with dread. And still I raise my voice to speak again. If we go back in time, I'm sure we'll find a way.
There is no way.
Okabe-san declares, his fist clasped.
It may be cruel, but all we can do is accept Mayuri's death and keep on living.
Can't give up. Why are you giving up? Are you sad at all that Mayuri-chan died? Giving up. That's bad.
There's no way to save her.
No! I don't want Mayuri-chan to die!
Lukaku!
Okabe-san raises his voice and grabs my shoulders in response to my continued whining. I instinctively pull back a little. Did you think it was easy for me to give up? Okabe-san manages to squeeze the words out. He then tells me exactly how much he went through to try to save Mayuri-chan. I sacrificed other people's memories and dreams all to save Mayuri. I didn't care who I hurt as long as I could save her.
But I can't do it anymore. There's nothing I can do.
His grief-filled cries. They remind me that I'm only thinking about myself. I didn't even try to consider what painful experiences Okabe-san might have gone through until now. Okabe-san's the one who built the time machine. There's no way he didn't try and use it to save Mayuri-chan. He had jumped back through time over and over again to try and save her from her fate. So many times. And yet somehow death always came out on top. There was no running from it. Over and over again, Okabe-san was faced with Mayuri-chan's death. Faced with the death of someone so special to him. I want her to live. I don't want her to die. No matter how much he prayed to the powers that be, his feelings never reached them. Instead, only the unwavering reality of death repeated infinitely. Just how painful must that all have been? I'm sorry. How could I have said such cruel things to the person who had to watch someone he cares about so much die over and over again? But I didn't stop to think about your feelings. But even so, I can't help but say it. But it's not impossible, is it? There's still one more way left. I mean, there's still one way we haven't tried yet. The only option left. The only one. If you turn me back into a guy.
I can't do that.
His response is quick and unyielding, almost as if he knew what I was going to say. I have no intention of just backing down. Please, Okabe-san. I don't want to be a girl so badly that I'd sacrifice Mayuri-chan. Please save Mayuri-chan.
I won't turn you back into a guy.
Why? Why won't you?
That's what I chose. I can't keep unhurting people to feed my ego. Besides, even if we go back to the original world line, there's no guarantee we'll avoid Mayuri's death.
But
I won't sacrifice anyone's memories. I won't sacrifice your memories for a small chance like that. It's over.
But Okabe-san, this is unforgivable. Because I don't deserve to live like this. How can I go on knowing that me being a girl contributed to Mayuri-chan's death? Because being a girl is a bad thing. It's too heavy a burden for me to bear. Why? I know this is unfair. Why didn't you send the mail to my mom's pager 18 years ago? Why didn't you choose Mayuri-chan over me? Right before Mayuri-chan passed away, Okabe-san asked me if it was okay to turn me back into a boy. In exchange for agreeing to it, I asked him if I could at least spend a day together with him as a girl. Ultimately, Okabe-san decided to turn me back into a boy, decided not to turn me back. I know for a fact that the reason he didn't send the message was because of me. So why am I saying this to him? I know it's wrong, but this burden is too heavy for me to carry by myself.
You have nothing to be ashamed of. It was my choice. I killed Mayuri. The guilt is mine.
A part of me is extremely relieved, even happy to hear those words. But it's not enough to erase the guilt inside me.
Besides, I want you to be happy.
He says that, but happy? How can I possibly be happy? I mean, Mayuri-chan died because of me. Because of this body of mine. And anyway, Okabe-san won't be happy either. He looks straight at me. I can't look back into his eyes. I'm not looking at anything. That's the twinkle that was there before is gone now. Okabe-san has to live with the burden of knowing that he abandoned Mayuri-chan. And that's all my fault. Because I said that I wanted to be a girl, Mayuri-chan died. And Okabe-san has to shoulder that guilt forever. Can't even begin to imagine how painful that must be. But can I really keep telling him not to give up? No. I'm sure that's something I shouldn't do. Telling Okabe-san to not give up after all the horrific things he's seen and experienced. I can't keep saying that to him. I'd just be being selfish. It wasn't because of you. Please, never say that again. I get where he's coming from. He probably just wants to put my mind at ease. Heck, I want to undo my own sins and be at ease. I can't bring myself to make Okabe-san shoulder more pain just for my sake. So if that's the case, all that's left for me to do is...
You may be sad now, but I want you to keep moving forward. And live enough for Mayuri too.
No, I don't want that. I cling to Okabe-san's chest. In that case, I want to help bear your burden together. And maybe this weight might become a little lighter. Okabe-san's too. Bear it together. Don't be ridiculous. I'm a man disconnected from causality. I chose to stand by and let Mayuri die. And I'll disconnect myself from causality too. I regained my memories of being a guy, so doesn't that mean I'm already disconnected? I also know that I'm only a girl because Mayuri-chan paid for it with her life. We're accomplices. This sadness, this guilt. I want us both to embrace him so we don't forget. The weight of my sins will also become a little lighter.
I understand.
Okabe-san embraces me in his arms.
Let's bear our burden together.
His gentle voice, it's so soft and fragile.
Let's live with these memories together.
I finally feel like I've been forgiven, even just a little. Forgiven for being a girl. That sin will never disappear. It's just too heavy for me to carry by myself. But if Okabe-san carries it with me, forever, can I stay by your side forever? I love you. I know I'm betraying Mayuri-chan, but I want to be with you forever. If he stays by my side.
Of course.
Yeah. That's it. Those were the words I've been waiting for all this time. I want someone to forgive me. And Okabe-san wanted the same thing as I did. He's the only one who can forgive me. And I him. And like that, we'll continue to lick each other's wounds. If that's what it takes for the two of us to be forgiven. Maybe. Just maybe that's okay. The two of us sit together until the sky turns orange. Just feeling each other's warmth. All the while thinking about Mayuri-chan. I'm so sorry, Mayuri-chan. So sorry. At the end of it all, there is nothing I could do for you. Nothing. If only I could return to the past. The past. Hey, Okabe-san.
Pink phone. Big sis. Sounds like you've cheered up a little, thinking it's just like I said before. I'll be back at around the end of August, so let's talk about then. Sounds like a lot happened. Are you okay? I'm in no position to tell you to cheer up, but make sure you eat. Mom and Dad are worried too. I don't want to make Mom and Dad worry too much. Thanks for being concerned about me. I'll call sometime. Now is the most inappropriate time to be playing this. No! Now is the most inappropriate time. Okabe just looking at Lukaku playing this stupid dinky song. I'm sorry. I needed that laugh, honestly. I was getting way too depressed. I needed that. This dinky little song. Okay. Frog.
Hey, Okabe-san. That's right. There's one thing I should have done for Mayuri-chan, but then...
Oh, God. That's what this is gonna be about. This chapter is gonna be about actually going to Kamima with Mayuri during the Lukaku ending. Isn't it? Oh, God.
And because I didn't, I made her sad.
What was it?
Cosplay. Mayuri-chan, lover of cosplay that she was, always wanted me to give it a shot. She'd tell me how I definitely look good in cosplay. She used to say that by cosplaying as another character, another person, I might be able to find some self-confidence. She was always thinking of me. Even on that fateful day. I had given in and was supposed to go to Mayuri-chan with Kamima. But I ended up not keeping that promise. Normally I'd never get the chance to rectify that. But we have a way. I finally remembered. Can I, your time machine, take me back to that day?
You mean you want to go back?
I firmly nod.
Are you serious?
I nod once again. Okabe-san looks like he's thinking for a moment, then slowly shakes his head back and forth.
It's too dangerous. So far, I'm the only one who's used it.
Please! At the very least, I want to see Mayuri-chan off with a smile. Because I wasn't able to do anything for her. This is the only way I can atone. No. This is probably just for my own self-gratification. But it's better than doing nothing. For me and for Okabe-san.
But I thought you couldn't handle all the otaku.
I'm a bit scared. This is something I have to do. Besides, I want to truly be the same as you, Okabe-san. If I use that device, I'll be completely disconnected from causality, won't I? And then, I could feel what you feel. We could share the guilt. That's why.
Once you've leaped safely, get in touch with me. I'm sure I'll help you get to Mayuri.
Okay. Ultimately, Okabe-san relents. In front of us is the broken foam wave. It's hard to believe this thing is going to be able to send me back to the past. It apparently only sends my memories. Okabe-san told me that's basically the same concept as sending an email to the past. Much easier to understand. The two things I have to be careful is that in order for the time machine to activate, the large CRT in the Bronto workshop downstairs must be turned on, and that I can't go back more than 48 hours. I still don't really get how it all works, but I trust Okabe-san. I'm headed to the 15th, the morning of the day of Kamima. Who knows what happened if I arrived on the night before. So as much as it pains me to admit, I might freak out and end up not going. Today's the 20th. Since I can't go back more than 48 hours, I have to leap 3 times. Plus, the CRT is usually on between just before noon to about 8 p.m. That means that if I miss my window even once, 3 time leaps won't be enough. Okabe wants to limit the amount of jumps I have to make as much as possible. Which means time is of the essence. I won't be able to relax or ground myself once I arrive. I don't know. I'm starting to get nervous. Okabe-san was saying he's never let anyone else time leap before. Is this going to work? What am I saying? I already made my choice, and I'm going to fulfill my promise to Mayuri-chan. And if I fail, I'll finally be at peace.
Don't worry. Your brain will hurt a bit, but the pain will go away soon.
Okay.
You must not get distracted once you reach the other side. Calm down and try to grasp your surroundings. It'll be okay. I'm with you.
Okabe-san's large hand gently crosses my cheek. My fear subsides a little. I'm going. Okabe-san presses the button on the microwave's timer and it slowly begins to move. I'll be sure to come back.
Yeah. I'll be waiting.
As bolts of lightning fly across the room, I unconsciously pull back. While all this is happening, my vision starts to go white, and I can barely make out Okabe-san. I hate this. I thought it'd be okay, but I'm scared. Okabe-san...
The first time leap.
Oh, where am I? Who am I? My memories, my consciousness, my vision, they're all a scrambled mess. A terrible sound pierces my ears. Deep behind my eyes, in the center of my head, I feel a pain like I'm being stabbed with nails repeatedly. Feels like somebody's put my brain into a blender. It hurts. It itches. In some strange way, it also feels good. It's happening to me. What's going to happen to me? My ears are rattled by another sudden sound. This one ripples its way through my head like some kind of wave. My lungs fill up with air rapidly, as if I hadn't been breathing at all up until this very moment. I repeatedly take deep breaths. Eventually, I finally managed to regain my composure. I'm in front of Akihabara Station. Usual crowds of people surround me. I place my hand on my face, almost as if confirming I'm still me. It's okay. I'm me. I'm Urushibara Luka. Okabe-san told me that there was a chance of my memories becoming a jumbled mess, but fortunately I only have a little nausea and a headache. It looks like I'm okay. Oh. With that said, I finally look at my surroundings and notice the people staring at me. Not terribly shocking considering I was just grimacing in intense pain in front of them. Well... I try to say something, anything, but instead I end up fleeing from the area. Akihabara's main street is exactly as I remember it. I actually traveled 2 days into the past. That's right. I finally realized I'm still holding my phone. Panicked, I checked the date. August 18th, 6:46 in the afternoon. When I was in the development room of the Future Gadget Laboratory, I remember seeing that it's the 20th. I mean, yes, my phone might be broken, but considering that I'm still in front of Akihabara Station despite previously being at the lab, I think it's pretty likely that I successfully jumped through time. Which means I have to get moving. I have to get back to the lab and time leap an additional 2 days back. The thought of having experienced that pain again makes me want to back down, but if I look at it if I look at it as a kind of punishment, I can deal with it. Filled with a sense of determination, I make my way toward the lab. A little farther down the street, I spot a familiar face.
Goeth once said that none have ever gone and lost on a straight road. I spend so much time talking to so many different people, and yet I can't find the right words for something like this. It's frustrating. Anyways, I think it's okay to feel the way you are right now. Just remember that time solves all things. Thanks for the message. I'll do my best to take your words to heart. I might be at a loss right now, but I hope I'll be able to find my way back. I think it'll take a little longer for me to go back to normal. I'm sorry if I'm causing you stress over this. Hey. Lukashi.
Hashia-san notices me at the same time I notice him, and he calls out to me in a quiet voice.
Sorry. I decided not to go to the funeral service after all.
Huh?
Aren't you head there now? You know, Mayushi's funeral?
Oh. I finally remember. The 18th is the day of Mayuri-chan's funeral. She passed away on the 15th. Funeral normally would have been held on the 16th, but because burying someone on Tomobiki is considered bad luck, it got pushed back. Come to think of it, Hashia-san wasn't there that day. And actually, I only now realized that I'm in my school uniform. I probably didn't notice because of my headache, but the areas around my eyelids are swollen too. It hurts quite a bit. This is probably from the non-stop crying over the last few days. I really did travel back to the 18th.
So, that's that. I'll be seeing you.
Hey! I call it to Hashia-san without thinking.
What's up?
Why? Why aren't you going, Hashia-san? To Mayuri-chan's funeral, I mean.
Well...
Hashia-san lowers the brim of his hat, hiding his eyes.
If I went, I'd have to accept that she's really gone.
Oh.
Daru. If I go to the funeral, then that's it. Mayushi will really be dead. And you know what? I don't accept that. I haven't accepted that.
Hashia-san.
Mayushi was just fine. She was happy and smiling and laughing like she always does. And you're telling me she just dropped dead out of nowhere? Like hell I'm gonna believe that.
Hashia-san was with Mayuri-chan on the 15th at Kamima.
Yeah. It is the same way she died in the Lukaku ending. This is the Lukaku ending from the first game. It has to be at this point. And the way she died was right in front of Okabe and Daru. She just died. She just collapsed. Heart stopped working.
Tragedy struck on the way home. He was the one there when she passed away.
Hey, Lukashi. Did you know that things only occur if someone is there to observe them? As long as I don't see her, Mayushi ain't dead. In my heart, she's not dead.
If I remember correctly, that's...
Quantum mechanics. It's pretty much common knowledge among Chunibyo types, but right now I don't care. I just want to believe that it's true.
That's right. I remember Okabe-san and Dad mentioning something similar. Quantum mechanics. At the time, I didn't have the slightest clue what any of it meant.
Oh, and just so you know, Lukashi, going to Okarin's place right now is pointless.
Hashia-san's voice feels especially cold. Huh? Pointless?
Totally useless. He's locked himself up in the lab and refused to respond to anybody. Anyway, it's way too late for him to act like he's shocked or anything.
Act?
Oh yeah, that's right. You weren't there when it all happened, but to be honest, I've lost a lot of respect for that guy.
Can't believe what I'm hearing. I've never heard Hashia-san talk about Kabe-san like this.
Can you guess what Okarin did after seeing Mayushi collapse on the ground? He didn't do anything. His face was totally blank.
Hashia-san's tone intensifies.
It's just a goddamn blank slate. All he said was Mayuri's dead. I can't even. Were they childhood friends? Didn't they grow up together? Was that all she was to him? I tried to stress to him that Mayushi wouldn't be coming back to us, and all he could respond with was, I know.
You're wrong, Yoshia-san. That's not...
Wrong? How the hell am I wrong?
Well,
I thought Okurin was better than that. I thought he was more compassionate. Everyone hesitates in life. Even at my age, I still find myself puzzled at times. It's okay to lose your way and puzzle over things while you're still young. He always acts like a chibi jackass, but the bomb is he cares about the people close to him. I always thought that he was that kind of person. This is too much.
it's not at all. Okabe-san, he's seen more horrors than anyone will ever know. He's been swallowed by all the pain and suffering. I held my tongue. Okabe-san hasn't told Yoshia-san about any of that. And if he wanted to, he would have already. He would have told him about his repeated attempts to save Mayuri-chan. He would have told him about the pain and sadness that he experienced over and over again. But Okabe-san didn't tell him. He knew that Yoshia-san would react like this, and yet he still didn't explain himself. Everyone might have understood if he just told them, but instead he's trying to shoulder the burden on his own. The burden of abandoning Mayuri-chan. He knew he was going to be faced with this sort of danger. This is what Okabe-san meant when he said that the guilt was his to bear. And at the same time, this also shows how badly Okabe-san's heart has been chipped away by failing to save Mayuri-chan. I'm once again faced with Okabe-san's incredible resolve. Resolve to shoulder these sins by himself. After parting ways with Yoshia-san, I finally arrive at the Future Gadget Laboratory. The first floor of the building is the Brontu Workshop, a store run by a scary guy named Tanuji-san. In order to leap through time, the large CRT TV in the back has to be on. Good. The place is still open. I'm washed with relief when I notice the lights on in the shop. I look up at the window of the second floor. Okabe-san told me to go see him when I got here. Upstairs using the narrow staircase on the side of the building. The steel door to the lab makes a louder creaking noise than usual. It's still kind of dark inside, and I can't sense anybody else in the room. I turn on the lights. I guess no one is here. No. In the back of the room. There. Okabe-san.
This is just depressing. There's not really any other way to put this.
Okabe-san's leaning against the sofa. For a moment I thought he was sleeping. That's how motionless he is.
Hello, Diggs. How's it going? And
that's not quite right. Okabe-san's eyes are wide open. Just blankly staring at a single point in space. The dark circles under his eyes lead me to believe that he hasn't slept at all since the 15th. His beard had grown out, and his cheeks looked shriveled. I inadvertently swallowed my own breath. Okabe-san is in a bad place.
Man, this just hurts to see. We didn't even have to see all this during the main playthrough. During the first game playthrough. We never got... I mean, it was bad, but we never saw this in particular. God. Again, I don't really know how to act.
After everything that happened with Mayuri-chan, the first time I saw Okabe-san was just a few minutes ago. Technically 2 days from now. He was in bad shape then, but nothing like this. I heard that Okabe-san had closed himself off after Mayuri-chan's death, but all I did, it was here. I never saw. I never saw how emaciated he had become.
あの
Okabe-san.
岡部さん
I call out his name. He shows no signs of responding. His eyes remain in place.
He just looks dead here, honestly. He doesn't look alive. He just looks dead. I guess, but inside that probably is how he feels.
I'm worried he's not even breathing. Considering I eventually see him 2 days from now, he'll probably be okay, but even then...
すまない。
As I inch closer, his low voice reaches my ears. He's so quiet that I can only just barely hear him.
すまない。
I'm sorry, Mayuri.
マユリ、
I'm so sorry.
すまない。
He's apologizing. He's apologizing over and over again.
岡部さん
Okabe-san. Unable to watch any longer, I hold his head in my arms. Even then, he keeps repeating his apology, like some kind of sad, broken record. I want to stay with him. I want to shoulder some of the guilt he's feeling. If I stay here, I won't be able to make it Mayuri-chan's wish come true.
岡部さん
Okabe-san,
聞いてくだ
I
さい
need you to listen carefully. I slowly pull his head away from me and start filling him in on what's happened. I tell him that I'm from 2 days in the future. That I need to time leap further into the past so I can make Mayuri-chan's wish come true.
すまない。
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mayuri.
マユリ、
Okabe-san doesn't have the power left in him to think. What should I do? He's the only one I can turn to right now. I don't have time to sit here flustered. I have to leap 2 days into the past, then leap again back to the 15th. If I stick around any longer, even if I am able to leap back 2 days, the shop downstairs will close. It'll force me to have to make an extra leap in order to get back to the morning of the 15th. What should I do? I have no clue how to operate the time machine by myself. I want to avoid telling Hashia-san if I can. Oh, that's right. There's one other person.
Kurisu.
マキセさん
Moxie-san. I heard that she played a huge role in building the time machine. She might be able to help me. No, I can't. I don't even know how to get in touch with her. Okabe-san probably knows, but I can't just look her number up without his... Now's not the time to be worried about that.
ごめんなさい
Sorry, Okabe-san. I grabbed the phone near him.
驚いたわ
I'm surprised. I never expected you to be calling her Urushibara-san. Moxie-san didn't take long to get here after I called her.
あの
I'm sorry for calling you so suddenly.
きゅうん
No, don't worry about it. I was in the area anyway.
ちょうど近くにいたから本当は
I should be at Mayuri's funeral,
マユ
but
リのお通夜に行くべきなんだろうけど
it looks like Moxie-san's feeling self-conscious about her brief relationship with Mayuri-chan.
マキセさんが来て
I'm sure Mayuri-chan would be happy if you went to her service,
喜
Moxie-san.
ぶと思いますそう
You really think so?
かしらはい
Of course.
そっか
If you think that's the case.
漆原あれ
Wait,
でも
why
あ
aren't
な
you
たは行か
going?
ないの
Weren't you two really
マユリ
close?
とは
Actually, about that,
それなんですが
is it really okay for me to tell her?
実は
Okabe-san hasn't even told Ashia-san the truth. Maybe I shouldn't be the one to tell Moxie-san. But
マキセさんに
there's something I need to tell
聞い
you.
てもらいたいこと私に
Oh? About Mayuri.
マユリのことはい
Yes, the truth is,
実は
ultimately I end up telling Moxie-san everything. I want to avoid wasting time. But more importantly, I had the feeling that if Moxie-san had heard it all, she might be able to forgive us. That's how I felt. Wait, just a sec. Let me get this straight.
つまりあなた
So you're telling me that you came from 2 days in the future, and you want to go back an additional 2 days?
前に戻りたいはい
Yes,
タイムリープマシン
using the
を使
time leap machine.
はい
Yes.
そう
Moxie-san goes quiet in thought. The fact that Okabe-san abandoned Mayuri-chan. The fact that the both of us decided to shoulder that guilt together. She looks like she's not sure how to react to any of it.
あの
Okabe's not in the wrong. I know you might not believe me, but all this happened because I said I wanted to be a girl.
漆原さん
Urashibara-san.
はい
Yes?
その件について
About that. Well, it's okay. I already know.
大丈夫
Huh?
前に
Okabe talked to me about it a while
相
ago.
談されたから
Really?
え
Yeah.
え
He... Okabe-san really gave up on saving her.
諦めたあごめん
Oh,
なさい
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to put the blame on you two or anything. It's just...
それが本当だとして
If that's true... I brace myself for what she's going to say next.
本当だとし
Even
て
if that's true, how could I possibly say anything?
私には何もだって
I'll probably never be able to fully understand what the two of you have gone
他
through.
であなたのつらマキセさん
Maxi-san has the right to tell her everything. It was the right move.
それじゃ
Well then,
あ行きましょう
shall we get going?
戻らなきゃ
You gotta get back to the day before yesterday, right? We need to move. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Mayuri. We enter the lab. Maxi-san sees Okabe-san staring into space, repeatedly apologizing. She casts a sad gaze on him. Okabe. Sorry, you don't have much time. Come here.
じゃあこっちに
Okay.
本当は人体
We
に
still don't
どう
really
いう
know
影響を
what
与える
sort of
のか
effect using this thing can have on the human body,
なる
but
べく扱いたくないんだけど
Maxi-san speaks as she quickly preps things.
でも
But this is so we can grant Mayuri's
夢
wish.
を叶えるためだ
It's worth it.
マキセさん
Maxi-san,
漆原さん
Urashibara-san, I'm begging you.
お願い
Please help Mayuri-san
マユリにいい
rest in
夢
peace.
見せてあげて
When she turns around to look at me, her eyes are filled with tears.
それから
And when you get to the 16th, don't hesitate to get in touch with
迷
me.
わず私に連絡して
Huh?
多分
The Okabe from 2 days ago will probably be in even worse shape than he is now,
今
so...
以上に参ってると思うから
That's right. When I get to the 16th, I'm gonna have even less time to waste.
僕
I think I finally understand.
分かった
Understand what?
何岡部さんが
The reason my Okabe-san chose you as his assistant. Assistant, huh?
調子だって言うの
If I'm your assistant, then how about letting me help you out during times like this? You dummy.
マキセ
Maxi-san? Sorry, that's nothing. Okay, looks like I'm all good to go over here.
それ
How
よ
about
り
you?
こっちは
Yes,
僕も大丈夫
I'm ready. I straighten my body and place my hands over the gear on my head. Thinking about the pain I'm about to experience makes me nervous, but now's not the time for complaints.
それじゃあ
Alright,
行く
here
わ
we go. Yes! Maxi-san's finger pushes the enter key. The foam wave starts to move and electricity suddenly bounces around the room. My vision goes white. And then... Here we go again! We only have 20 minutes left to leap. Ah! The pain. Once again, my brain feels like it's being stabbed by countless pins. Eventually, that pain fades. Compared to the last time, the leap wasn't nearly as bad. Maybe I'm just used to it.
ここは
This is...
May Queen plus Neon squared.
I'm in a back alley somewhere in Akihabara. For a moment, I questioned why I'm here, but soon remembered that on this particular day, I was headed to the Future Gadget Laboratory in the evening. If I don't turn back into a guy, Mayuri-chan will die. At this point, Okabe-san had already explained the situation to me. I remember it being unbelievable at the time. I had a feeling that Mayuri-chan would be at the lab, so I was headed there. I ended up going for it, but from the outside I could tell that there were no lights on. I left without going in. I left without realizing that Okabe-san was actually inside the whole time. After leaving the area, I recalled just wanting to talk to someone, so I visited Farasan's cafe. She wasn't in either. Nobody was around. I ended up going home and sitting by myself. I remember being filled with self-hatred at the time, wondering what I was even doing. But now, thanks to that, I can get to the lab quickly. Thank you, me of the past.
そうだ
Oh, that's right. I immediately started to dial Moxie-san's number with the cell phone in my hand. Once, twice. I really wait for her to answer. But no matter how many times I call, I'm met with a dial tone. Moxie-san didn't pick up. She might be ignoring the calls since it's from an unknown number. If I could at least get through to her voicemail, I could tell her about the situation.
どうしよ
What should I do? Moxie-san's the only one I can turn to. I only have 15 minutes before the clock strikes 8. I can't afford to just sit here. I immediately headed for the laboratory.
う岡部さん
Okabe-san! I call his name out as I rush to the door. Okabe-san might be willing to hear me out. I cling to this tiny thread of hope.
岡部
Okabe-san? Reality can be a harsh mistress. Just like when I saw him a few days into the future, Okabe-san is blankly staring into space. The only difference is that he doesn't physically look nearly as bad off. I have to do something, anything. I cling to him and beg for him to listen.
岡部さん
Okabe-san, please, listen to me. I want to go back to the
聞いて
past.
くださいタコに戻って
I have to go back and see Mayuri-chan.
会いたいんです
You...
まゆ
Mayuri... He responded.
そうです
Yeah, I want to go back to the past and grant Mayuri-chan's
まゆり
wish.
ちゃんの願いを
まゆり
Mayuri...
だから
I need your help to do that,
岡部さん
Okabe-san.
の助けが必要なん
まゆり
Mayuri...
なない
I'm so sorry.
まゆり
Mayuri...
岡部さん
Okabe-san. After that, no matter how many times I called out to him, he just responded the exact same way. It's almost 8 p.m. I'm not going to be able to use the time leap machine within the day at this rate. Next time the time machine, the machine can be activated will be around noon tomorrow. 2 days from then would be around noon on the 15th. Mary-chan. She'd still be alive. But even if I go back to that time, everyone will be at Kamima. I wouldn't be able to activate the machine. And then once the evening comes, nobody's going to be in any condition to talk about anything else. I'll end up having to wait until noon on the 16th. And by that time, Okabe will just be like this. If I can't get in touch with Moxie-san, I won't be able to make Mayuri-chan's wish come true. All this will have been for nothing. I'll just keep looping. Endlessly. Okabe-san said it too. He thought if he could go back in time, he could fix anything. But reality isn't that simple. One cannot rebel against fate. If that's the case, I will forever be incapable of granting Mayuri-chan's tiny, innocent wish? That's just... At the very moment, I sense movement outside the room. A person. Who is it? Wait. I suddenly remember. It was when Okabe-san was telling me about how he tried to save Mary-chan over and over again. Everything had began when several armed men raided the lab. Those were his words. So wait, are the people outside... What should I do? If they're armed... Considering the state that Okabe-san's in, he won't be able to defend himself. But it's not like I can do much for him either. These men could come charging in at any moment. But... maybe this is for the best. Maybe this is our way of atoning. Huh? It's faint, but I can just barely make out the sounds of someone heading back down the stairs. The person outside isn't one of the bad guys, and it's...
マキセさん
Maxie-san! What? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. No, it's okay. I was just surprised is all. You don't need to apologize.
すみません。
Sorry. I knew it. It's Maxi-san.
でも、
But how did you know it was
ど
me?
うして私、それは、
Well, you looked pretty about Okabe-san early, so I figured maybe...
岡部さんのこと。そっか。
I see. Maxi-san whispers to herself, a sad expression on her face.
Mm.
You're right.
そう、
I was worried about
心
Okabe.
配だったのよ。だって、
With everything that's happened, there's no way he can handle all of this
あんなことになっ
alone.
て。
Even as she's talking, Maxi-san is sadly looking at Okabe-san sit mindlessly against the couch.
それに、
Besides, I don't want to be alone either.
二人でいるの。マキセさん。
Maxi-san,
でも、
but I'm kind of surprised.
ご
Oh,
めんなさい。
sorry. I just mean, you were pretty close to Mayuri,
漆原さんだっ
right?
てマユリとあなたのこと
I figured you'd be crying the whole time.
きっと
Oh, I am. Of course I'm sad, but I've had more time to process this than all of you,
も
so...
ちろん悲しいですけど
I noticed the clock hanging on the wall.
皆さんよりも
Sorry, 5 past
時
8.
間が経ってる。時間？
More time?
待って。
Wait a sec, what are you talking
そ
about?
ういえばさっきも
And what did you mean by earlier? When did you
つい
see
さっき
me? My son, I need a huge favor from you. Please help me leave into the past.
僕は過去って
You mean you want to use the time leap machine?
もしかしてはい
Yes,
ダメよ。
you can't. It's still...
僕なら大
Don't
丈夫
worry, I'll be fine. I managed to successfully jump earlier.
ちゃんとさっきも
Earlier? Wait,
そ
do you mean you really...
あなた
It's frustrating. I explained this exact scenario to Maxi-san just a little while ago. And yet here I am having to do it again. The time we share together remains with me, but I don't exist for her. I suddenly feel detached from the world. It's so lonely here. So very lonely. I feel like I'm the only one left out. I never knew I'd feel this lonely to not share time with another. And Okabe-san has gone through this multiple times. In order to save Mayuri-chan. He's existed in this lonely world by himself. Quietly struggling against fate.
漆原さん
Urishibara-san. Huh?
うろたえるのは
We have to focus. Calm down and explain everything to me,
詳しい
okay?
話を聞かせて 大事な話な
You
の
have something important to say, right?
はい
Yes, I do. The truth
実
is...
は
I know I'm beginning to explain the situation to Maxi-san. Perhaps because I've already explained it once before, things go quite smoothly by my standards.
Ah, sneeze. Ah.
She asks a few questions, but soon appears to grasp the situation.
そう
I see.
岡部がしたこと
There's a lot I want to say about Okabe's actions as well as what you're thinking, but unfortunately for me, there doesn't seem to be... It doesn't seem like there's
今
much
はそ
time
れを
for
言って
that.
る時間はないみたいね
I glanced at the clock. It's already 10 past 8. All because I was dragging my feet.
ほら
Come on, save the frustration for later. You gotta go grant Mayuri's wish, right?
叶えてあげるん
You
で
know
しょ
what you have to do, don't you?
だったら
Yes!
でも
We just have one big problem. It's about time for...
Yo, Nai! Do you come here just to see your old man?
Yeah! I can hear Owner-san and his daughter talking outside.
やっぱ
I
り
knew it.
漆原さん
Bar-san, you said you've already used the time loop machine twice, right? Yes, but all I did was put on those headphone things. The rest was...
そう
Perfect. That's all that's left is to input the right numbers and press the enter key. I'll handle the setup. You go make sure he doesn't close up
それが終わ
shop.
るまであな
But me?
ですか他に誰がいるの
Who else is gonna do it?
でも
But I mean... Owner-san's giant physique is alone is enough to make me tremble in fear.
セッティングが終わったら私
Once
が
I
代わ
finish
るから
setting up, I'll head outside and we can swap places. You'll have to leap back to yesterday by yourself. You can do it, right?
できるわよ 大丈夫
You'll be okay. All you have to do is press this key. By myself. But
マユリの願い
you
を
want to
叶え
grant
たいんで
Mayuri's
しょ
wish, right? Alright, I'll do it. Now you're talking. I'm counting on you.
頼んだわよ
Maxi-san says firmly before heading to the computer. Empowered by her words, I exit the lab. I ascend the stairs and make my way to the front of the building where Owner-san had just come out to close up the shop. I'm just in time. It's still way too early to be relieved. Excuse me.
Huh?
Prompted by my voice, Owner-san turns around, his hand still in the shutter.
The lady, her.
At my eye level are giant pectorals and arms as large as barrels. That alone is enough to almost make me fall to my knees. Am I supposed to even stop him? So...
One of Okabe's, what's up?
Huh? His voice is unexpectedly gentle.
What's wrong? Need something?
Oh, yes. And then his transparent blue eyes. I've never seen them up close before, but they look so much more kind than I'd ever expected.
Is this about the our little lady?
I immediately know who he's referring to. You mean Mayuri-chan?
Yeah, that was her name. It's really too bad what happened.
Why? There's this sadness to his voice. It's almost as if he's crying. Daddy, did something happen to Mayuri? Before either of us had realized it, his daughter is poking her head out from inside the shop.
Oh, nah, it's nothing. Your pops is just talking to someone. Why don't you head back inside and watch some TV? I'll be done soon.
Okay. Little girl named Nai obediently goes back into the shop. I can see her from here, watching anime in front of the large CRT TV in the back. Your daughter is adorable.
Yeah, well, I guess in this sort of situation I should show some restraint or something, but to be honest, I think she's a cute bite too.
You're her father. There's nothing wrong with feeling that way for her.
Much appreciated.
His blushing face is just as kind-looking as I suspected.
Hey,
Huh?
I haven't told you old Nai about what happened to that young lady yet. Not yet. She was pretty close to Shina Mayuri.
Owner-san.
What's Okabe up to?
He shoved himself away.
I see. Well, that's not too surprising. Someone's death is never an easy thing to process.
Noji-san seems to recall something from his past and he says this. Almost as if he's thinking of someone.
He's probably thinking about the old Suzuha.
Maybe that was just that little lady's fate.
Fate. If something truly can't be changed, then perhaps it really is fate. If we have no way of pushing back against predetermined events, why are we even alive? Why? Urushibaru-san! Just as I begin to drown in my own inescapable cyclone of thoughts, Makise-san's voice drags me right out. Sorry to keep you waiting. That's ready? Yep, you just have to do it as I told you earlier. You can do it, right? Yes, I can. Perfect.
Hey now, what are you ladies going on about?
I'm sorry, but can I have a moment of your time? I actually have some questions about CRTs. Makise-san draws Owner-san's attention away from me. I head back to the lab. I immediately head straight into the development room and up to the foam wave. Kawi-san's still just as expressionless as before. Everything we've done has been invisible to him. My legs almost start shaking as I think about leaping to the past by myself. But Makise-san has brought me this time. I have to do this. I place the headphones on and take a deep breath. I bring my trembling finger close to the old-looking computer. My finger comes down on the enter key.
Here we go. The morning of the 15th.
I don't think I'll ever get used to this horrific pain. I check my surroundings to discover that I'm in bed. I was probably half asleep when I answer the phone. considering the upper part of my body is outside my blanket. I checked my cell phone to confirm the time. It's 5:30 on the morning of the 15th. The morning of the 15th. If that's true, then Mayuri-chan is still alive. Perhaps because I was asleep until a moment ago, but my head feels heavy. Mayuri-chan mentioned that she planned on meeting up with Hashia-san the morning of Kamima. She never specified time, but she did say it'd be tough because it would be earlier than she gets up for school, which means worst case scenario, they're already at the venue. I hurriedly throw some clothes on and rush out of my room.
Oh?
Dad's already brooming the floor of the shrine. Dad, good morning.
Good morning. What's the matter? It's pretty early for you to be heading out.
Oh, I'm going to sing Kamima.
Kamima? Really?
Yeah.
Well, Kamima. Well, be careful. That place can be a war zone.
What? Dad.
Wait.
Yeah? What's wrong?
Kabiga, he's...
Oh, Pony, is everything okay? Don't you have to get going?
Oh, that's right. I'm off.
Take care. And make sure you stay cool.
Wait. Okay, this is the one little funny thing we get during this entire chapter, I guess. Being that Lukaku's dad is very familiar with Kamima, evidently.
Dad seems strangely familiar with Kamima. Has he gone before?
You know what? That's not entirely surprising.
I climbed the flight of stairs on for the ninth time in the last few hours and stopped in front of the door. I'd sent somebody inside. I hear a voice. A girl's voice. So warm and soft. So beautiful. A girl's voice. This voice belongs to... This voice belongs to... Hello! Huh? It's Luka-chan! I never mistake it. Luka-chan!
Yippee!
You're going to die in a few hours.
Mayuri-chan. It's really... Mayuri-chan. It's you. Of course it is. Mayushi in the flesh. Today's Kamima, so we all got up early. Mayuri-chan. How about you, Luka-chan? Why are you up so early? Mayuri-chan. Mayuri-chan, 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 Mayuri-chan! It's really her. She's moving, speaking, smiling. There's no doubt about it. Mayuri-chan is alive. Mayuri-chan. I can't help but hug her tightly. I'm scared that she might disappear if I didn't. But... Luka-chan! Mayuri-chan. She's right here. She's so warm. What's the matter, Luka-chan? Are you crying? Aww. Did Ocarine say something super duper mean to you again? Don't you worry your head about it. Mayushi will go and give him a talking to. No, that's not it. Then why are you crying? It's just...
Whoa, the frozen drinks were totally almost sold out at that convenience store. Jeez, you think they'd stock up for Kamima?
Whoa, Yuri's situation this early in the morning. Dario, get out! Hey, Dario, out of the way. Hurry up and...
Luka... Oh. Okabe-san.
Oh, don't mind me, you two. Continue whatever it is you guys are doing. Excuse me? What's wrong, everyone? Am I totally not getting a hint here?
I swear, this freaking cat. You get fur everywhere. I can't let you in. I'm sorry.
So you mean Ocarine didn't say something mean to you?
I told you I didn't.
ルカちゃん
You sure, Luka-chan? Yes. Okay, if you say so.
いいんだけど
Apparently, Okabe-san had gone shopping with Ashia-san to prepare for Kamima. He was clearly surprised to see me here when he got back. But thanks to their sudden appearance, I've been able to hold back my emotions. Okabe-san seems less energetic than usual. Of course he is. Right now he's probably tearing himself apart inside. He's worried about whether he made the right decision or not.
あの
Okabe.
ねえね
Hey, hey, so anyway, why are you here this early,
え
Luka-chan?
どうしてえ
Huh?
オカリンと
If you didn't want to come here to talk to me about your fight with Ocarine, what brings you to the lab this morning? That's right.
だったら
I have something important here, more important here that I have to take care of.
ここにそのことなんです
Well, about that. Oh, I know. You actually want to come to Kamima with us,
も
right?
しかして
Uh,
だったらね
if you do, Mayushi really wants you to try cosplay and stuff.
マユシ
Irie, didn't I tell you not to pressure her into going?
But I really think you look great, Luka-chan. Are you sure? About that. I was thinking of maybe giving it a try.
そうだよ
Of course you don't want to. Mayushi's sorry for bringing you up over and over again.
何度も
At the end of the day, this isn't really the sort of thing you can just force onto someone.
Huh? Did you just hear what I said? I want to give it a try.
やってみようかで
But
も
Mayushi hasn't given up. One of these days, Luka-chan's gonna have a change of heart and...
Huh?
Wait, huh?
Lukaku, what did you just say?
だから僕
I said I wanted to try cosplaying.
コスプレ
What? For really real? Yes. Yippee! Luka-chan's gonna cosplay! Luka-chan's gonna cosplay!
Are you sure, Lukaku? I thought you weren't a fan of this kind of thing.
いいんです
It's okay.
僕
I want to do it. For Mayuri-chan.
やったやった
Yeah! Awesome! Mayuri-chan.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah! If Lukashi's gonna be cosplaying, this shit's gonna be amazing! But wait, Mayuri, do you even have a cosplay ready for her?
I already thought something like this might happen, so I have a cosplay all prepared.
マユ
Mayushi, you're the best! GJ!
ルカちゃんが
Mayushi made just in case Luka-chan ever decided to cosplay with us.
マユリちゃん
Mayuri-chan.
え
Now one of Mayushi's dreams will finally come true.
目が一つ
She looks so happy. My cosplaying really means this much to her. I should have done this ages ago. My embarrassment is nothing in the face of such a bright, warm smile. I once again managed to hold myself back from bursting into tears.
Lukaku,
はい
Yes,
昨日は
I'm sorry about yesterday.
すまなかったな
yesterday, he must have talked about when he asked me if I remember being a guy.
いえ
No, I'm the one who should
僕こ
apologize.
そ
本当に
Are you sure about
いい
this?
のか
Takes me a moment to realize he's talking about cosplaying.
はい
Yes, I want to do this.
やりたいんです
そうか
I see. Thanks.
岡部さん
Okabe-san. He knows. He knows that today Mayuri-chan will die. He had this reality driven into him time and time again. It's unavoidable. I wonder what Okabe-san's feeling right now.
うわ
Wow,
ー
there are tons of people this year too.
This is depressing. How's your first time in Ariake? Make sure to drink plenty of water. Since it's your first day, I'm guessing you're up to you know what. I don't think it's bad to have an interest in things like that, but your old man would be happy if you didn't dive too deep into that stuff. Wait. Wait. Is Lukaku's dad like, listen, I've gone into the shit that you're thinking of going into. Don't. That abyss is too dark. Water? My friend knows a lot, so we have ways to beat the heat, but I'm surprised by how many people that are around. By the way, you seem to know a lot about this, Dad. Have you come here before? And things like that. What do you mean by you know what? I'm at the cosplay area with my friend today. How do you know so much about Kamima? This is an interrogate. You know what? I should have been doing this for the rest of the game, but to be honest with you, it just never crossed my mind. But we're doing it at least once. We're going to save the game here, and we're going to wait for that text box to appear.
An unbelievable number of people surround Tokyo Big Sight. Amazing. My legs nearly give out after seeing the immense crowd.
Lucashi, you okay?
It's just my first time, so I'm a little nervous.
Lucashi, please say that one more time, but try and give a more pleading look.
Kill him. Quit it, you damn perv!
This time around, Kabi-san's here too. You're not going with us to the cosplay square, right?
SMH, the first day is when you gotta make a run for the official booths. I'll probably have Cosplay Square in the afternoon.
What about you, Green?
I have no particular objective, so I'll just stick with you girls.
I bet you just want to see Luca-chan's cosplay.
It's not like that.
Look at you all lovey-dovey. It's really not like that. Okabe-san just wants to spend as much time with Mayuri-chan as he can. This is his last chance. But... Are you happy, Luca-chan?
Can we get like a twist ending where somehow Lukaku is able to twist fate in his favor to somehow save Mayuri? Can we please just have it? I don't care how nonsensical it is. This is an alternate timeline anyways. Just let it be like... Can we just let this be... Like, can we just have something nonsensical happen that allows Mayuri to live nonsensically? Please? 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 Again, I don't care how stupid it makes things. I just want Lukaku and Okabe to have a happy ending. I want Lukaku to just have a happy ending. I swear to God. Why does it feel like, of all the characters throughout Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero, the one character that seems to get shafted the most with the most depression, like the character that just seems the saddest in some ways, is Lukaku. Just give them happiness, for God's sakes. This is bullshit. You keep making Lukaku upset. This is bullshit. Just give him / her a happy ending, please. I don't care if you have to break your own rules, game. Just do it, please.
Yes. Alright, let's go meet with Fubuki-chan and Kai-chan. Then we can head to the cosplay square. Come on, Luca-chan. Let's go. Mary-chan, wait up. Is that really true? Oh, Green, you waited for us just like you promised.
Yeah, well, I can't possibly go with you two into the changing room, so...
I bet you're super curious about Luca-chan, aren't you?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in seeing how cosplay would change someone like Lukaku. I've never gone there myself, but there are a lot of locals who know about it. Let me just repeat myself. I've never gone there myself. I don't know if I believe that. Alright, I know I know that I haven't done this for any of the other ones, but I'm so curious about the reality of Lukaku's dad, so for this one time, we're gonna see it here. I hit the save button. I am such an idiot. Holy shit, that's amazing. I'm an idiot. I thought I was on the load section. Well, guess we're not doing that. Never mind. Gosh dang it. Oh, that was so nervous. What am I doing? Oh, that hurt. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it.
Why you always have to be so dishonest with your feelings, oh Green? Mayuri-chan. No, Luka-chan. Don't be shy. Come on, show Green. Okay. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I now present to you Luka-chan. Look, Green. She's cosplaying as Kirari-chan. Adorable, right? See, right? Luka-chan looks so good in Kirari-chan's costume. I knew it.
I'm surprised we're not even seeing, like, art of it. That's very surprising to me.
Luka-chan looks like Green's speechless. I'm sure that's not... spending time with Mayuri-chan like this. It all seems so surreal to me that she's actually dying. I hope that maybe by leaping back into the past and going to Kamima, I could change something. Maybe this world line, wherever it is, would change and she wouldn't have to die. Maybe that's actually happening? I mean, she looks so energetic and full of life right now. She's talking and laughing up a storm. The future probably did change. There's no doubt about it. Huh?
May I take a photo of you?
A stranger suddenly approaches me. Of me? Of course! Your cosplay's super duper cute, so everybody's gonna want to take a pic. But I...
Can we get a pose, please?
A pose? Anything is okay, just make it something cute. But... You're gonna do just fine. Mayushi is right here with you. Mayuri-chan. Okay, hold your head up high. Normally, if some stranger came talk to me, I'd just run away scared. Right now, the faint possibility that the future might have changed has got me in higher spirits than usual. And perhaps more importantly, Mayuri-chan is right here with me. She's cheering me up, supporting me. Mayuri-chan is... That's why... How's this? I mean, we'll be a little more courageous, a little more daring. Yeah, you look great, Luka-chan. Really? Don't worry about a thing. You have Mayushi's seal of approval. But... that confidence only lasts for a little while.
Excuse me, can you look this way too?
Oh, okay.
Over here next, please.
Around noon, more people arrive at the cosplay square, which means more people asking for my photo.
Excuse me, over here, please.
As the crowds grow larger, so too does my anxiety. I suddenly recall the time when I first met Okabe-san. I was surrounded by a bunch of men with cameras in the middle of Akihabara. No, that's not quite right. I first met Okabe-san when Mayuri-chan introduced me to him. These memories, they're from the previous me. Memories from the world where I was the guy. Considering I'm a girl now, it's weird that I'm feeling this kind of fear in the first place. Thinking about this is making me feel strange.
Disconnected.
You're awesome, Luka-chan. Mayushi knew you'd be popular, but you blew my expectations away.
She's right.
To be honest, I want to run as far away from here as I can to be honest. Mayuri-chan's having so much fun watching me get pictures taken. And then there's Okabe watching her smile. I couldn't possibly run away right now.
No, no. This sucks. Give me a happy ending, please. Don't kill her.
More and more people continue to take photos of me. Among them are people who even hand me business cards talking about computer web pages and magazine names and the like. To be honest, I'm barely able to keep up with them. The one thing I do know is that Mayuri-chan is watching to the very end, smiling the whole time.
No. No.
By the time we leave Tokyo Big Sight, the sun had already set, and the stars had made their way into the sky.
Just give me a good ending, damn it, please. I don't care. Just do something so stupid that it makes no sense and it would get most people angry. I don't care. Just let her live. Please. Say that a single pebble's direction that was moved because of Lukaku moving is what caused her to live now. Please.
It's already so late. Yeah. Luka-chan, are you okay? Are you tired? Just a little. Of course you are. You got so many photos taken by a bunch of strangers.
I don't want to hit. I don't want to click anymore. I just want to go ahead and save the game. And then we go ahead and quit here and then just say, and then they all lived happily ever after. And then we never have to deal with the depression of this situation ever again, hopefully. But no. No. That's not what gets to happen here, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that is not what's going to happen here. My only saving grace is that I can read a description. An early method of receiving wireless messages. Service in Japan started around 1968. After support for text data was added in the 1990s, pagers grew in popularity among high school girls. However, they were soon replaced by cellular phones. Pager service was terminated in 2007. This sucks. Please don't. I'm so tired of Steins Gate hurting me in the way that hurts most, which is killing Mayuri endless amounts of times and making Okabe just a husk of a person. Just please don't anymore.
I'm sorry. I should have had you rest somewhere earlier. No, it's fine. I'm the one who volunteered to do it. But wow, I knew you'd be a hit, but even I didn't think the crowd would get that big. A brand new star has made her debut in the cosplay scene. Are you Green?
Yeah. Right.
The more time passes, the more Okabe-san's expression seems to darken.
Please, there's gotta be something we can do.
I bet Okarin got super jealous at seeing how popular you were, Luka-chan. Can't tell her that's not really the issue. Our time limit is approaching. Okabe-san's probably doing his best to deal with this insane pressure. But... how was your first go at cosplay, Luka-chan? Did you have fun? It wasn't as bad as I thought. I see. Well, you'll get used to it eventually. That's when it really starts to get fun. It'll be so much fun, you'll even get more aggressive, and then everyone will see how adorable you are. That's... Thank you, Luka-chan. Maishi was so happy that you put yourself out there today. So am I. I'm just glad that you're happy. But maybe... just maybe... Really? In that case, Mayushi's even more happy. Huh? Mayushi's most happy when Luka-chan, Okarin, and everyone else is smiling and having fun. Mayuri-chan. Oh, it's Dara-kun! Maybe the future.
I don't have the energy. I don't want to see this anymore. all the pain, all the agonizing pain from the original Steins Gate playthrough is coming back in full force. And I don't want to see this again, man. This hurts. I don't want to see this again. Now's not a time. Haven't sent me any messages lately, Lukaku. You're making your big sis sad. I'll be coming home around the end of August and planning to buy you lots of cute outfits, so you better let me take pics. Ugh. I can't. I don't want to. Yeah. My bad. Let's try time taking my spoils.
Darkin, you never even came to Cosplay Square.
Sorry, I'm stretching. Look, the lines were even longer than expected.
Luka-chan was amazing. She was super cute. Everybody wanted a picture.
For real? She was that popular.
The future must have changed. To be honest, Mayushi thinks you just about wasted away half your lives if you didn't get to see Luka-chan.
But of my life! Seriously?
Oh, but wait, if Luka-chan's willing to come to Kamima tomorrow, you might be okay.
Oh, Lukashi, can you make it tomorrow too?
Things will just continue as always. Nothing will happen.
No, please.
Hey, Luka-chan, about tomorrow.
I just want one good ending for Lukaku, man. I just want one true good ending for Lukaku. The shit they have to deal with in their own ending. Even in Steins Gate 0, they are the character that we know gets shot and killed during the war in one of the endings. They're the character that's always depressed about their existence. I just want them to have one good thing happen. But no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. We can't have good things. We can never have good things. And why is that? Because this is the choice of Steins Gate. This is the choice that the game has decided to make.
The carrying case in her hand drops to the ground. Tomorrow. The future. Mayuri-chan? Mayuri-chan slowly raises her hand. Almost as if she's trying to grab space itself.
I don't like this.
Her earlier smile disappears, replaced with a pained expression. And slowly, as if time has slowed to a halt, Mayuri-chan collapses to the ground.
I just wanted Lukaku to have one good ending. One good story. One funny story, surely. But no.
Everything happened so suddenly. All we can do is watch. Mayushi? Ashiya-san's voice sounds so distant. Suspicious stares of the passerby coldly pierce us. My heartbeat accelerates. The sound of the blood flowing through my veins is so loud that it feels like it's gonna burst my eardrums. Mary-chan doesn't move. Not even a little.
Maishi, what's wrong?
Ashiya-san runs to her. Okabe-san is... He simply watches things unfold. His expression unchanged.
Mayushi! Hey, Mayushi! Mayushi! Answer me, damn it!
Ashiya-san holds Mayuri-chan up in his arms. He slaps her cheeks, calling out her name over and over again. Mayuri-chan still doesn't move.
She's not breathing! What is this? What the hell is this? Ocarine! There's something wrong with Mayushi!
She's dead. Heart attack. I already know this. That's right. I knew all along. The future hadn't changed. My coming back in time was never going to be enough to change things. Mayuri-chan. I remember the sight of her cold body. The sight of her calm face from within the cypress coffin. Mary-chan surrounded by flowers. Her cold skin. The white shelf. The picture of her smiling. The black picture frame. The smell of the incense. The weeping voices. The black vehicle driving away. The rising smoke. The small box.
Dead. No way. We were just talking. Hey, Mayushi, wake up, right? Where's the camera? We're on candid camera, right?
Daru. That's right. Mayuri said. I knew it all along. I knew, but I wasn't there when it happened. Seeing with my own two eyes. Nothing feels real. Let's call an ambulance.
How can you be so calm? She's dead! She's never coming back! Don't you get it, Ocarine?
I get it. But even if it doesn't feel real, the despair does. I couldn't do anything to save her. All I could do was watch. I stood by and let her die. The ambulance eventually arrives, and while the mechs do their best to try and revive her, in the end, nothing changes. Mary-chan is dead. Everything broke down into chaos after that. Just like it had before. I guess I'm used to it at this point. Of course I'm sad. The saddest thing is that, eventually, I'm going to grow used to it all. Before this all went down, I had only heard what had happened to Mayuri-chan. I didn't see it myself. So what I saw at that precise moment was shocking. Horrifying, even. I close my eyes. I can see her surprised face with such clarity. Her hands reaching for space. And even then, the time between the wake and the funeral felt like seconds. I guess humans are creatures that eventually get used to things as they repeatedly experience them. Even the fun things. The fun of the experience fades after the first, the second, and third time. It goes for sad and painful things too. If anything, maybe it's easier to get used to those negative experiences. I don't think it's something we have control over. It's just how humans manage to maintain their mental balance. I get it. I get it. But even if it is something we have no control over, I don't think it's a good thing. Maybe this is what Okabe-san was so scared of all along. By experiencing Mayuri-chan's death over and over again, his his mental health reaches a breaking point, and eventually he doesn't feel anything seeing his friend die. His heart just dies. I think Okabe-san wasn't able to deal with that. I mean, when Mayuri-chan passed away, Okabe-san barely even moved his shoulders. He just kept staring at what was happening in front of him. He's objectively observing the event. I'm sure he was probably sad deep down. He was in all kinds of pain. Even now, I bet Okabe-san is at the lab, unmoving. But that's not because of the shock of her death. It's because of the guilt he has from abandoning Mayuri-chan. Or at least, that's how I see it. His heart must be worn out. My dad once told me something.
Luca, death is something that comes for us all.
What do you mean?
It means that eventually we all die, no matter who we are. All living things can't escape that fate.
Hey,
Yes, to live means to move closer to death. One could even say that time is simply the road to death. All living things live because they must die.
I think that was when my cat passed away. When I was little, there was a cat that made a home under the eaves of the shrine. My mom warned me not to feed it because I'd become dependent, but even then I still snuck him milk and fish. One day the cat died. Just when I'd started to wonder why I hadn't seen him in a while, I saw him lifeless under the eaves, his body covered in scars. Maybe he fought a dog or another cat. That's when my dad talked to me, tears streaming down my cheeks. I didn't understand what he meant at the time, but now I do. Everyone eventually has a run-in with death. That's why us humans value what we have in the now. But what would we do if we found out the time of our deaths was predetermined? Okabe-san once said something to me. No matter how many times he tried to save Mayuri-chan, it was hopeless. One time she got shot. Another time she was run over by a car. Another time struck by a train. Another time killed by a sudden sickness. He told me that Mayuri-chan's death was always waiting for her just around the corner. But if fate is predetermined, then... I look up after hearing the sound of footsteps.
Luca,
My dad's looking down at me with his knowing eyes. Dad.
what's up?
Dad, I just don't get it. I hit my dad with all the doubts in my mind, hoping he has the answers. A long time ago, you told me that all living things eventually face death.
That I did. Because we're alive and we're always marching toward death. That's what time is.
And our deaths are predetermined by fate?
Fate, huh? Well, what do you think, Luca?
I don't know. But if things are predetermined, if dying before the age of 20 is something decided from the moment you're born, then why are we even alive?
Luca,
Why are we even alive? On that day, I hopelessly watched Mayuri-chan die. I couldn't do anything. I willingly disconnected myself from causality so I could make her wish come true. I leapt through time, something nobody should be able to do. I just wanted to make Mayuri-chan's wish come true. Dad probably has no clue what I'm talking about. I'm completely incoherent right now, just saying whatever comes to mind. But even then, I can't hold myself back. I just wanted to grant her wish. And I thought I did. I mean, at the time. When I cosplayed for her, she was so happy. Her smile was so warm and grateful. But... is that really what Mayuri-chan wanted? Sure, she was smiling, but... What if her true wish was something else? Why didn't Mayuri-chan want me to cosplay in the first place? Maybe, just maybe she wanted me to smile and laugh. Maybe she wanted me to help me gain some self-confidence. She knew how shy I could be. She wanted me to be confident and smile from the bottom of my heart. Maybe that's why she kept trying to push me to cosplay. No, it wasn't just me. Mayuri-chan just wanted everyone to be happy. She was always me, Ashia-san, Maksei-san, Fair-san, the owner of the shop downstairs, and Okabe-san. She wanted all of us to laugh and smile. Mayushi was happy when Luka-chan, Ocarina, and everyone else is smiling and having fun. For everyone to smile. That was what Mayuri-chan really wanted. And she included herself in that. That was probably her true wish, but at this rate... Hey, Dad. I have a question. What happens to people when they die? What waits for them after death?
After death, huh?
Dad, who had quietly listened to my rant this entire time, responds in a calm voice.
You already know the answer to that, Luca. They become gods. When people move on, they become spirits, and eventually gods that watch over those of us left behind. For us Shinto practitioners, that's the world that awaits us after death.
I've heard this time and time again, ever since I was a kid.
But of course, that's not the only way of looking at things.
What do you mean?
Well, take Catholicism, for example. People are judged and then sent to either heaven or hell. In Buddhism, people are reincarnated after they die. Either that, or they're potentially sent to paradise or hell based on the things they did in their previous life. The world is filled with different ideas on what happens to us after we die. The one thing that we know for certain is that all these ideas are things that us living humans created. Listen, Luca. The things us living folks do for those that have moved on, at the end of the day, we're really doing them for our own sakes.
What?
Preventing their souls from wandering aimlessly after death, helping them become Buddha, giving them passage to heaven. People mourn for the dead in all kinds of ways. But at the end of the day, there is no world beyond death. No matter how amazing the funeral service may be, it's all done to give a peace of mind to those left behind. The dead do not feel anything. They don't think. The moment they pass away is the moment that their world comes to an end.
An end?
Exactly. But because that concept is terrifying, people choose to believe there is a world beyond ours. As a priest, I really shouldn't be saying this kind of stuff.
I was about to say, buddy, you're supposed to be a priest.
Well, this is just my take on the whole thing. Luca, it's important that you figure this out for yourself.
Yeah.
I know you're in a great deal of pain right now, but I think now is when it's most important that you work through this yourself.
Yeah. Dad nods, and after gently placing his hand on my head, he leaves the shrine. I noticed that he grabbed some luggage before leaving. He must have went out of his way to spend some time with me even though he's busy. Their world comes to an end. But then, what happens to Mayuri-chan's wish? If it's true that someone's world ends when they die, we'd never be able to grant her wish. If that's true, what was the point of becoming disconnected from causality? What was the point in jumping into the past? I don't want to hurt anybody else. That's what Okabe-san had said. He told me that he didn't want to sacrifice anyone else's memories and feelings. Okabe-san's a kind person. So he doesn't want to see anybody else suffer because of his ego. I know exactly how he feels. Then what about Mayuri-chan's memories? Her feelings? She treasured our smiles more than anything else in the world. How are those feelings supposed to go? I know I don't have the right to say something like this. I too changed the world for my own ego. Because I want this body. I let Mayuri-chan die. But even then, I can't stop thinking. I need to figure out what I can do now. I grab Samidari and stand up. Station Zama style. Cuts across all doubts and destroys evil. The evil within. Just as Okabe-san's taught me, I sink into a front-facing stance. I lift Samidari above my head and swing it straight down in front of me. 1.
ヒッ
In order to swing away my doubts. 2. Strangely enough, with each swing of Samidari, I feel like all the doubt in my heart begins to clear, little by little. 3, 4, 5. Yes. At the end of the day, the path that Okabe-san chose was egotistical. He couldn't stand his own mind being chipped away at. He wanted to be at peace. Am I just as egotistical for accepting his feelings? 11, 12.
ヒッ
The sins Okabe-san committed. The sins I committed. All we're trying to do is make them a little lighter by shouldering them together. This is probably a bad thing. No. A wrong thing. Plus.
10
18.
8
If we continue down this path, Okabe-san will never smile again. No matter how much time passes, he'll never be able to truly smile. And it's not just him. I'm the same. Moxie-san too. Not a single one of us will ever be able to smile from the bottom of our hearts ever again. Not with Mayuri-chan dead. 20. There's a massive hole inside of Okabe-san's heart. One that I can't fill by myself. I can never take Mayuri-chan's place. I said I'd make her wish come true. I even leapt into the past to make it happen. But I haven't actually done that yet. I mean, nobody's smiling. 24. Nobody wanted this world. I never wanted to see this world. Nobody did. Hashi-san once said something. The world only comes into existence when someone observes it. There's no such thing as an unobserved world. It just remains unknown. I don't really get what that means. But if nobody wants to see the world that we're in right now... 29! That probably means that this isn't the real world. 30! This world was never meant to be. I look up after hearing footsteps.
ルカ子
Lukaku.
岡部さん
Okabe-san. For a time, we both stood in the corner of the shrine, silent. When I peek over at Okabe-san's face, he's looking a little better than he was when I last saw him here.
ルカ子
Lukaku. Do you want something light? Actually, that reminds me of something someone once told me a while back. Apparently eating vegetables gives you energy. That's why I ate a whole bunch when you were still in my belly. Let me know if there's anything you want to eat. I'll do my best to make it. From Greek to Russian, you name it. The vegetables! Who told you that eating vegetables gives you energy? Nothing particular I want to eat. What's Greek food like? Who told you? I just have to ask.
はい
Yes?
ありがとう
Thank you.
ルカ子
僕
I haven't done anything to deserve thanks.
そんなことはない
That's not true. You cosplay a Kamima for Mayuri.
あの日
She was so happy that
マユ
day.
リは随分と喜んでいた
She just couldn't stop
一
smiling.
日中お前のおかげだ
And that's all thanks to you.
だから
You have my
ありが
gratitude.
とう
I thought as much. I figured the reason Okabe-san looks better in this world line is because I granted Mayuri-chan's wish. Or at least he thinks I did. Especially after seeing her smile up until the very end. I mean, that's the whole reason I used the time leap machine so many times. I should be happy about that too. I should have been happy. But
どうした
What's wrong, Lukako?
いえ
it's nothing.
そうか
Okay.
Why is it that this pain inside my chest won't stop? No. I already know the answer. It's because I'm running away. I want to grant Mayuri-chan's wish, no matter how big or small. Heck, it was our wish too. This was our way of asking for forgiveness. In order to lighten the burden. Burden of guilt. To try and rid ourselves of these feelings of regret from abandoning Mayuri-chan. But here we are. And I can't help but think that this isn't how things are supposed to be. Regardless of whether or not we granted her wish. Or if she was smiling in the end. The fact remains that Mayuri-chan is dead. The end result is still the same. I refuse to believe that she wanted to die. I know she didn't. So nothing really changed. All we did was take some of the weight off our own shoulders. This is for Mayuri-chan. This is for her happiness. We kept telling ourselves that, but at the end of the day, we were just doing this to try and find forgiveness. I think back on Dad's words.
Listen, Luca. The things us living humans do for those that have moved on. At the end of the day, we're really doing them for our own sakes. The dead do not feel anything. They don't think. The moment they pass away is the moment that their world comes to an end.
In the Shintoist teachings we follow, it's said that people become spirits when they pass away. They become one of the gods. And then they go on to watch over their descendants. This is what the concept of death looks like in Shinto teachings. This is just a convenient explanation that those of us still alive came up with. What happens after death, you say? It's just too sad to believe that there's nothing. It's too scary. Does anyone really want to become a god? Gods aren't people. Either way, a person's world, at least as a human, ends the moment they die. Which means, Mayuri-chan's world is over.
そんな顔をするな
Don't make that face, Mayuri.
マユリは
Don't make that
俺たちの
face.
心の中で生きている
Mayuri.
俺たちが忘れ
She
ない
lives on in our hearts. As long as we don't forget.
岡部さん
Okabe-san. That's wrong. That's just what those of us left behind want to believe. She's dead. She's not alive anywhere. The Mayuri-chan in our hearts is just a memory. And one day we may very well forget her. Her voice, her appearance, all of those memories will eventually fade away and disappear. Just like our sadness will. And eventually our guilt will disappear too. Can you really call that being alive? The reality is that we need to carry the sin of abandoning Mayuri-chan together. But instead, we try to lighten the load by granting her wish. We were never doing it for her. Our actions were empty from the beginning.
どうしたルカ子
What's wrong, Lukako?
いえ
Nothing. There's no way I can tell Okabe-san this. I can barely put it into words. Time crawls by, the two of us silent. This time that we're experiencing together only exists because we're both alive. Even thought. The clouds come and go above us. Feels like we're the only two people left in all of Akihabara. When I reach into my sleeve, something touches my fingertips. It's the picture we took with Mayuri-chan at Kamima. The photo commemorating our first one together. Mayuri-chan was alive when we took it. She's smiling so joyfully next to me. On the other hand, I look like a shy mess. Time has marched on since then. Even now it continues to do so. And little by little, I began to catch up. I began to catch up to when I first slept back in time. These past few days were things I'd already experienced. But once I catch up, everything from there on will be new territory. An unknown future lies ahead. Okabe-san said that many different world lines exist. The Okabe-san in front of me doesn't know that I leapt into the past. In the previous world I was in, Okabe-san would have been preparing the time machine in order to send me back right about now. Soon, these two different world lines will intersect. It's too difficult for me to tell which of the world lines this Okabe-san is from. The one that knows I went to Kamima, or the one that doesn't know. If he's the latter, I have to show him this photo. What comes after that is unknown to even me. Beyond that moment exists a future I've not yet experienced. It's just over the horizon. The intersection that leads toward an unknown future. Just a little bit more.
Hey, Lukaku. I forgot.
Yes?
俺は
I'm thinking about destroying the phone wave name subject change.
破棄しようと
What? My mind goes blank.
結局
At the end of the day, emails, leaping through time,
タイムリープ
all these things were far beyond our ability to control.
俺たちにはこれ以上
Nothing good will come from keeping that technology around.
少なくとも
Or if nothing else,
俺や
it certainly won't do any good for myself or my friends.
あんなものは
We're better off without it.
もう二度と
We can't ever allow this kind of tragedy to happen again. Mayuri has to be the last person we lose because of this foolishness.
Okabe-san. It makes total sense that he arrived at this conclusion. He can't bring himself to sacrifice anyone else's memories or feelings. If he's made his decision, then that's that. But then, are you sure? You're really going to destroy it?
Yeah. I've been thinking it over for the last few days, and I finally made my decision.
そう決めたんだ
You know, Okabe-san from the other world line never said anything like this. Which means that my leaping into the past and granting Mayuri-chan's wish must have changed something in him.
俺たちはいつまでも
We can't let ourselves be trapped in the past forever. We have to move forward,
切らなきゃいけないそのためにも
which is why we need to destroy it.
あれはなあ
Hey, Lukaku,
ルカコンも
you agree with me, right?
そうした方がいい
I can't answer immediately. I mean, if he destroys it, that means I'll never be able to save Mayuri-chan. I'll have to shoulder some of the responsibility for this decision. That's right. I was still being naive. Just the other day, the same day, at the same time, we never talked about this. At that point, Okabe-san had already made a decision to not save Mayuri. But there's always some chance that he might have changed his mind somewhere down the road. Possibility that future existed. This is different. This would mean cutting ourselves off from that possibility. By nodding to Okabe, we would be putting it on that path. A path in which we might never see Mayuri-chan ever again. A path toward a future where her very existence would cease to be.
どうしたルカコン
What's wrong, Lukaku?
どうして
Why won't you say
ず
yes?
っと言ってくれ
Okabe-san. That's right. That one question is enough to tell me everything I need to know. Okabe-san wants someone to encourage him. He wants someone to tell him he's not making a mistake. Which means he's still doubting himself. He's saying that he's terrified. He's terrified to make the decision all alone. That's why he wants me to say yes. For the nth time in the last few days, I once again began to ask myself questions, going in circles. Okabe-san told me that he can't sacrifice anyone else's feelings or desires anymore. But then, what about Mayuri-chan's feelings? Mayushi's most happy when Luka-chan, Okri, and everyone else is smiling and having fun. Mayuri-chan's desire for everyone to smile together. Mayuri-chan's desire to spend more time with us. Mayuri-chan's desire to keep on living. Mayuri-chan's future.
What the?
And then at that very moment, I see something in my mind. So I have an unseen future.
That was the ending image that appeared during Lukako's ending.
I have an epiphany. I haven't been going in circles. Okabe-san hasn't either. Our conclusion had been set in stone ages ago. I mean, it was the wrong thing. Sure, memories might be important. There's no memory worth sacrificing another person's life for. I look up to find Okabe-san with a confused expression on his face. A moment later, he slowly starts to cast his gaze on his surroundings. Okabe-san? He looks back at me in a bit of a daze. I immediately sense it. Just now, 2 different Okabe-sans have crossed paths. I just need to confirm it for myself. Which Okabe-san is he? Does he know I went to Kamima? The photo.
写真
Photo?
You don't remember Okabe-san?
お前がタイムリープマシン
I remember you leaping into the past and then suddenly I got teleported here.
And you don't know what happened. The Okabe-san in front of me right now.
Oh,
そうか
that's right. You leapt into the past to grant Mayuri-chan's wish.
お前は参り写真
The photo. Did it all work out?
全てはうまくいったのか
He doesn't know what happened. Well, then I know what I have to say to him. I didn't make it in time.
ダメ
You mean you failed?
とは
This is different.
Yes, 2 days ago I managed to make it back to the 18th, but the shop was closed. I never would have expected the lights to come so easily. I can feel the phone in my hands get crushed as I close my hand nervously.
そう
I see.
After that, I couldn't leap back anymore.
では
What about Kamima?
他には
I couldn't go.
ならば
Then I guess you didn't grant Mayuri's wish, huh?
参りの念
No. Okabe-san looks disappointed. He must have taken my word for it. Of course he did. Okabe-san never be able to fathom the idea of me lying to him about something like this. I want to try again. I'll make sure to get it right this time. I'll make it work, please. Shops would still be open. Sooner the better. In Okabe-san's mind, our conversation about destroying the machine never even happened. It wouldn't surprise me if he eventually arrived at the same conclusion. And if I... Please, this is for Mayuri-chan.
ルカ子
Lukako.
I have to try one more time. I want to go back to the past. I have to change things. If I see her any longer, doubt might take over. So before that can happen...
Okay, if you insist. You're going then?
そこまで
Yes.
注意事項は
I don't have to walk you through this things, right?
No.
この時間から
Given the current time, you're going to have to leap at least 4 times in order to make it to Kamima.
4 回
Are you gonna be okay?
Yes, I've already gotten used to it.
そうか
Good.
That's right. I shouldn't have doubted myself from the start. All I wanted was my own future. Future in which I was a girl. Future with Okabe-san at my side. I could only have that if I was a girl. There was no other way for that to happen. Within me is 17 years of life experience as a girl. That's something I was never supposed to have. That's why I...
行くぞ
Let's go.
どうした
What's wrong? Is there something on my face?
ついているか
No,
そうか
Let's get moving.
got it. And when I arrive on the evening of the 18th, I dash to the Future Gadget Laboratory. She should be there at this time of night. I catch my breath just outside the lab and spot a Shao descending the stairs. Maise-san! Huh?
Oh god, it's happening all over again. We're getting stuck. It feels like, but I don't know. I'm scared. I just don't want to be sad anymore.
I need your help, Maxi-san. Please. Hirashibara-san. Please, this just isn't right. Hold on a second, Hirashibara-san. How about you just take a deep breath and calm down, okay? I'm sorry.
すみません
I'm just in a hurry, and
急いでいいのよ
no, it's fine. What's wrong? Tell me what's going on. Why are you in such a
そんなに
hurry?
急いでそれが
Well, I saw everything that's happened till now. Funny enough, I've never really spoken to Moxie-san much, but over the last few days that's changed. Of course, I'm probably the only one who feels that way. In Moxie's mind, there's no memories of me previously asking for her help. In this world line, the chain of events has been completely overwritten. This feeling of closeness I have toward her is entirely one-sided. Something about it just feels so futile. Okabe-san must have felt this way all along. And now, I'm once again trying to force the same thing upon him. It makes my heart ache just to think about it. But even then...
いいの
Are you sure?
本当にはい
Yes, I've made my
決め
decision.
たことですから
Even then, I chose this path.
そう
I see. If you're that sure, you must have given this a lot of thought. Even if Okabe-san ends up hating me in the end.
分かったわ
Alright, let's get
それ
inside.
じゃあ
Okay. Okabe-san, as expected, is curled up in the corner.
Are we gonna try and change the past by ourselves? Not having to worry, like, try and force Okabe to get back on the path to saving Mayuri?
Probably doesn't even realize that we're in the room. But right now, that's for the best. If he knew what we were trying to do, he'd probably try to stop us.
漆原さん
Urshibaru-san. Maxie-san hands me a piece of paper as she quickly sets things up.
今ググったわ
I just Googled it. It's the alphanumeric conversion table for pagers that were popular around 20 years ago.
Yep, we're doing it.
On the memo is a chart for converting numbers into letters, written in rough handwriting.
それでわかる
Can you read it?
はい
Yes, I can.
じゃあ
Great.
別の紙に
Then on a separate piece of paper, write down the converted numbers using that chart.
ルールとして
You'll have to start with a number 2, number 2, so keep it at 16 characters.
書いたら
Once you've got it jotted down, input it directly into the PC, then send that sucker into the past.
過去にはい
Okay. In order to turn me into a girl, Kabi-san sent me a message to Mom's pager telling her to eat lots of vegetables. Which means I should send the opposite message.
できました
Done. Recipient is my mom's pager number. Maxie-san's already well aware of this. She quickly enters the numbers I wrote down. After finishing up, she exhales and turns to face me.
電話レンジが
Once the phone wave activates, press the enter key on the keyboard. That'll send the input numbers back to the
打ち
past.
込んだ数字が本当に
Are you really sure about this?
Lukaku's gonna save Okabe in their own way.
お願いします
Yes, I am. I nod my head, and Maxie-san activates the machine and stands up from her chair. Lightning bolts dart around the room.
エンターキーは
You should be the one to push the
あなた
button.
が押して
Right. I exhale and stand in front of the keyboard.
Here we go.
I had the chance. I wanted to tell Kabi-san while I was still a girl. I wanted to tell him that I love him. As a girl. I wanted to tell him goodbye. But I can't do that. Not anymore. So this is goodbye. Goodbye. My... Lukaku, wait! Lukaku! Okabe-san! I raised my face to see him standing in front of me, no longer curled into a ball.
岡部
Okabe?
岡部さん
Okabe-san, why are you...
どうして
I came chasing after you! Chasing... Wait!
もしかして
You leapt through time, didn't you?
岡部さん
He nods.
タイムリープ
Before you left, you had told me that you were used to time leaping. But from what you had told me, you only had the chance to leap once, which didn't make any sense to me. That's why I'm here. Okabe-san steps towards us. He sees my hand by the keyboard and a surprised expression forms on his face. Lukaku, are you really going to...
バレちゃいま
I
した
guess you caught me red-handed. Then,
嘘をついて
I'm sorry for lying to you.
すみませんでした
I actually went to Kamima.
まゆりちゃんと
We even took a picture together. Mayuri-chan, she had the biggest smile on her face.
すご
You're trying to fix the past.
はい
Yes. Why?
Do you understand what you're doing? This means you'll go back to being a guy!
Okabe. Maxi-san raised her voice at him as he closed the space between us. He continues anyway.
It means that your 17 years of living as a girl will all just vanish into nothing! Are you really okay with that?
Me, if before, would have shrunk at the sound of the angry yelling. I probably would have frozen in fear. But now I have to accept everything he has to say. All of Okabe-san's words. His glare. I have to accept it all and stay true to myself. Yes. I'm okay with it. I won't be able to get through to him if I don't. This is how it has to be. All of this began because of my own selfishness.
But that was originally my...
Okabe-san? I think I've just been dreaming this whole time. A long, long dream. 17 years long. Hazy feelings. From a time when I was a guy. My original self's feelings. In real life, wanting to become a girl is a nearly impossible dream to fulfill. But I had the fortune of experiencing it. For 17 years, I was able to dream. And you, Okabe-san, you treated my feelings, my memories, like something precious. That's enough for me.
Lukaku.
I'm sorry, Okabe-san. What I'm about to say to you might be a little harsh. I know that it's going to cause you a great deal of pain, but I have to say it. Okabe-san, please, save Mayuri-chan. If you don't, you'll never be able to smile again. And neither will I. Urushibara-san. Okabe-san, you once told me, didn't you, that you didn't want to sacrifice anyone else's memories? My memories won't be sacrificed. Not after how much you've taken care of me. I take Okabe-san's hand and gently press it against my chest. Lukaku. The warmth from his hand spreads to me. Okabe-san, I might not be able to have feelings for you anymore, but that's okay. So this time I want you to cherish Mayuri-chan's feelings. Her memories. Her dream was to smile with everyone. So please, take back her smile. Take back her future. I'm sure that's what all of us want most. Okabe-san's true feelings. That's why I'm going to smile with everything I've got. But if you ever feel down in the dumps, just tell me. I'll be okay. If you're ever in pain, just come to me. I may never be able to truly understand what you're going through, but I'll think with you. I'll cry with you. That's about all I can do.
I understand. I got it, Lukaku. And when the time comes, I'll be counting on you.
Okabe-san.
Clearly, I've made quite the miscalculation. I had forgotten that us lab mems move and work as one. We all share the same objective.
Okabe.
Who would have thought that you'd be the one to teach me that, Lukaku?
Okabe-san. The numbers on the phone wave display slowly count down. I let go of his hand and once again stand in front of the keyboard. Well then, Okabe-san, I'm off.
Yeah.
Maxe-san, thank you so much. I hope we get to talk more in the future. Yeah, me too. And finally, Okabe-san, I take my feelings and lay them all out. Thank you. I loved you. Because I love you. Sai Konguru. So, Lukaku. This is goodbye. Goodbye, girl me. Goodbye. The love of my life. Goodbye. 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 Come on, Luka-kun! Over here! Wait up, Mayuri-chan. We're coming in!
Yes! Yes, we actually get a happy ending, what?
How are you feeling? Okay?
Wait! Is this a Steins Gate ending?
マユリ
Mayuri, let me take this opportunity to teach you an important lesson. Nobody gets hospitalized for feeling good.
Great! I'm glad you're feeling awesome! But Maishi was super shocked to hear that you got so badly hurt out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, this is the Steins Gate ending now. Okabe's in the hospital from getting gutted out by himself. By gutting himself open so that he could spill the blood to fake Kurisu's death. This is it. Yes! We actually get a happy ending for Lukaku still. Thank God. Ah. Can't you at least listen to what I...
Excuse me.
Oh, Lukaku. You came too.
Yes. August 21st. Okabe-san had shocked us all by suddenly getting hurt. It was a really bad stab wound. He nearly died from bleeding out. Okabe-san refused to tell us what actually happened, but I got the strange feeling that it must have been something important. But we're so glad you can move now. Remember when you couldn't even go to the bathroom so you had to wear a diaper? Hey, Mayuri, that's... Diaper? Wait, Mayuri-chan, did you... Yuppers.
Do not say yuppers to that! Do not say yuppers to that! Absolutely not!
You should have told me. I would have helped.
Say what? Nani? Nani? What? What the Sam fu-
Nothing. I didn't say anything. Jeez, what am I saying? Even if we're both guys, that's a little... Oh, by the way, listen to this. Luka-kun promised me cosplay. He's gonna do Kirari-chan.
何
Wait, really?
それは本当か
Kirari-chan's been making cosplay for as long as I've known her. And she's always wanted me to wear one of her creations. I'd always said no, but... It's true, right, Luka-kun? Yes, I'd be happy to. It's not like anything's changed. I just kind of felt like it. I felt like maybe I could change it by giving it a try. That's all. You must think I'm weird, right?
いや
No. I'm glad.
よか
Huh?
聞こえなかった
I said I'm glad.
よかった
Aren't you listening?
I didn't see that coming. I figured Okabe-san would be surprised or weirded out. Luka-kun, you're probably gonna be super duper popular. You're such a cutie. You might even make it into magazines. And then Mayushi will get to make all sorts of cosplays for you. Hey, Ocarine, what kind of cosplay would you like to see Luka-kun try? Mayushi liked, let's see. Maybe she something more boyish for next time, but maybe he'd look good in frilly magical girl stuff too. Ray-chan's so excited over the idea of me cosplaying. But... Oh yeah, Ocarine, you should come with us to Winter Kamima!
I'm just so happy that Lukaku at least gets a happier ending. I swear to God. I was so scared it was going to end with depression over having to accept Mayuri's death, but no. No, we actually got the Steins Gate, bitch. Yeah, sure.
Okabe-san's expression was gentle and warm. Something about watching the two of them interact just... Luka-kun, what's wrong? Huh? You're crying.
嘘
What? No, why am
泣
I...
いて大丈
Are you okay? Did you hurt
夫
yourself?
痛いの
No,
違うよ
I didn't.
そうじゃない
I didn't, so why am I...
そうじゃない
Why? Why won't the tears stop? I'm gonna go peel an apple for you.
僕本当
Are
に
you
大
sure you're
丈夫
okay? Yeah, I promise I'm okay.
大丈夫だったら
I
いい
hope
けど
so. It's not like I'm sad or anything. I honestly don't understand. For some reason, I'm just so happy.
それじゃ
Alright then,
あ
we'll be back later. Make sure you listen to your nurse, got it?
ちゃんと
I'm not a child. You don't have to keep telling me that.
Akabe-san's wound is healing just fine, but the folks at the hospital said it'd be a little while before he'd be released. The stab wound was deeper than anyone expected. There was actually something I wanted to ask Okabe-san today. Something I could never find the right timing for. But today is the day.
Lukako, don't forget your training. Mastering Zacian Zanma requires daily practice.
Yes!
じゃあまたね
See you later, Green.
Yeah.
Today's the day.
あの
Okabe-san.
岡部さん
Hmm?
どうしたの
What's wrong, Luka-kun? I'm finally going to ask him.
僕
I have a favor to ask you.
お願い
お願い
A favor?
Something I've always longed for. Please,
僕を
please, make me a lab mem.
僕を
何
僕
I've always been envious.
ずっと羨まし
I've
かった
wanted
ん
to get
です
to hang out with you all as a fellow lab mem for so long now,
ラボのこれまでは
but I can never
な
quite
かなか
find the
言い出
courage
せ
to
なかった
ask
んですけど
until now.
でも
Silly, silly Lukako.
勇気を出して
Oh,
言うこと
silly,
にしたん
silly
です
Lukako. You're already a lab mem, you fool!
僕には
I'm not sure I'll be able to
何も
help
で
with
きない
much,
かもしれない
but
けど
what I could never ask for, what I can never do, not anymore. I have to have courage.
ルカ子
Lukako.
I have a long way to go before I can call myself confident. I wanted to change that, little by little.
お願いです
Please, Okabe-san, make me a lab mem.
オカリン
Kareem?
そうか
I see. I was planning on telling you after I got
真
released,
っ先
but
に言おうと思うルカ子
Lukako, you've been one of us for as long as I can
ず
remember.
っと前から
You've always been a lab
俺た
mem.
ちの仲間ラボメン
His
だ
voice and expression are gentle and inviting. That's why I... Thank you so
あ
much.
りがとうございま
I'm so happy.
す嬉しいで
Oh my gosh.
すすごく
I struggle to keep myself from crying.
やったー
Now you're officially a lab
これでルカ君
mem.
もラボメン
Yeah. I'm so glad I had the courage to ask.
ふん一つ言って
Let me make this perfectly clear,
お
Lukako.
前は強い
You're strong.
お前が思っている
Stronger than you think you are.
ずっとな
僕が
I am
強い
あ
Yeah.
岡部さん
Okabe-san. Just those words alone are enough to make me feel like I can grow even stronger.
それから
Oh, and there's one other thing I have to tell you.
俺の名は
My name is Huing Kyoma. Never forget that.
Yes! Oh, Kyoma-san! That summer will soon come to an end, making way for the fall. Feels like lots of good things are just in the horizon. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yes! Oh, I'm so happy that... Yes! I'm so happy that had a good ending. God, I was so scared. Hermaphroditus in the Labyrinth complete. Again, I was terrified it was going to be such a depressing ending, but we got the good ending! In fact, we got literally the best ending. We got the genuine true ending of the first game. That was an amazing chapter, but then again, I'm also not surprised. Every single chapter so far has been fantastic in their own right, in some way. So, yeah. I guess that will do it for today. We have now completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the stories.
And assuming there are 10 left, we only have 2 more. Or assuming that there are 10 total, there are 2 more. In which case, the next one is guaranteed to be Mayuri's. I am exceedingly curious about Mayuri's chapter. I feel like the game has intentionally made it so that Mayuri is one of the last chapters you unlock. Because of all the characters that I want to see what the inner workings of their mind are, as well as how they react to the other scenes in the game or other characters, it's Mayuri. Mayuri is absolutely the one character that I want to see. I want to see how they see other people and how they think of them. But we'll have to wait till next time. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed and hope to see you all later. Peace.